Hi, there I am again. Sorry for being a bit late. Moment. My daughter is having some trouble sleeping, so I had to get to her and comfort her. Hopefully she'll be going to sleep now. Otherwise, I will just go to her and try to ease her. She's just in one of those phases where kids don't want, or they hate being alone. They want their parents to be there. My wife is out sporting with her teammates of a rowing club, so it's me here doing the kids and doing the live coding. So I have to multitask a bit. She's 2 years old, so I hear it's normal. I know my son had these issues also when he was about this age, two and a half. It ended when he was, well, 3 years old, I think, which is not that long ago. So hopefully, within the next 6 months, both of our kids will be fast asleep at, well, this time. So for me, it's 8:30 in the evening. How are you doing? What time is it at your place? Is it morning? Are you at your breakfast, doing lunch, or maybe also enjoying these nice Twitch streams on the evening? I know what I'm doing. I'm doing some coding. If you follow me on Twitter or on Twitch, which is also fine, you probably noticed I will only be doing one stream per week for the, well, foreseeable time, or foreseeable future, because I'm just a bit too busy doing all of the stuff I want to do. I want to do blogging. I want to, well, write some more. I'm doing a webcast with some co-workers, which needs a lot of preparation and editing and, well, recording, obviously. Also, it's quite busy with, well, work and, of course, the family. As you, well, heard me say, I'm also busy with the kids in the evening. So busy, like all of us. And doing 2 streams per week was just too much. My to-do list was, well, growing and growing, and I didn't get around doing, well, other stuff. Also, some relaxation is necessary. So with just having one streaming evening, I have a bit more time to do all of this and a little bit of relaxation. So I've been playing Darksiders 2 for the past couple of weeks to, well, do something else as coding, which is a fun game. I've played Darksiders Genesis and Darksiders 1. I started with Darksiders 1 with War, one of the horsemen, and it was fun. It's just I could feel, well, it is a bit dated, and I could feel it in the gameplay. So I didn't get right into, well, I didn't get into the game. It is just a burden, a task to play it. It's a fun game, I'm sure. It's just, well, not as fun as Darksiders Genesis, which I played, well, during Darksiders 1 also, and it was awesome. That's my kind of game, like Diablo, like, well, like this Darksiders Genesis, which was a fun game. And I'm playing it for the story, not to get all of the achievements. So that was done. Now Darksiders 2, which is amazing. It's much better compared to Darksiders 1, in my opinion. For me, I see reviews on the internet stating otherwise. Well, everyone is entitled to their opinion. This is mine. So I can't wait to finish Darksiders 2 and continue with Darksiders 3. Anyway, that's for, well, relaxation for the weekend. Um, Today I'm going to, well, finish up or continue coding what I started last week Monday, if I'm not mistaken, because last week I was at the first virtual SDN event, which was fun. I had a lot of people telling me it was fun to watch and entertaining, and they learned a thing or two, which is good. So that was fun. And this week, well, I'll be continuing what I was doing last time. So as you can see, I have some code here in front of me. What we did last time, or what I did last time, is taking my sweet time to realize we need a base64 encoded message, or we need to send a base64 encoded message to the storage queue using the new SDK. So that's what we did in the end. So that's not very exciting stuff. It's just something, well, you need to know and need to do. What we also have, well, I have VS Code open over here. I have a subscription to, which subscription is this? A speaker instance. This is to a storage queue. And what am I subscribing to? Subscription name, filter, everything, queue name. Okay, so all messages sent to this custom topic will be sent to a storage account, a storage queue. I might want to add a filter or two on this, but for now this will suffice. Is this the only one? Subscription. So I only have one at the moment. Okay. Topic. Event grid. Okay, okay. Yeah, makes sense, makes sense. So what we have, if I open up the Azure portal, what we have is I have a couple of app services, so this one, and this one, and I'm sending a command from this one, from the API to the speakers via a storage queue, which is located in the internal storage account. And whenever this is done, whenever this command is processed, is finished, I'll send an event to this API events topic, which I also have a subscription to. So that's doable. Speaker worker, right click publish, if I'm not mistaken. And where's the code? Over here. So not very fancy stuff. The necessary. Where's the... I can open this one over here. We don't need it at the moment. Okay. So if I remember correctly, last time what I saw is this command will be sent to the queue, and it wasn't picked up, or at least not picked up correctly, by this one. Let me first stop this worker so I can decode. I can code with this locally. App is stopped. Okay, that's cool. So nothing will pick up messages from the queue. I have the storage account explorer open. So refresh. So any new commands like adding a speaker, which is something I'll do in a minute, will send a command over here. Whenever this command is processed, an event will be sent to event grid, and this storage queue has a subscription to this topic, so it will be placed over here. So far my daughter is still quiet, so I hope she's fallen asleep. That means I can continue coding until I'm done for this, or I'm done with the coding, or I'm done for this evening. I think I'll be coding for 1 hour, 1.5 hours, or at least try to code. There are probably things happening in between, so let's start. And let me know what you're doing, or if you have any ideas what I should be doing. I have a list of stuff I want to do later on. So something I mentioned a couple of times already is I want to create my own build agents, but I want to host those build agents on containers. So whenever a new build has to be created, a new container will be spun up and it will do the build and get destroyed afterwards, shortly after some time. Containers are great for this because they spin up rather fast and you can spin them down and only pay for the seconds of the agent is running. I've read some blog posts about this, which means this is doable. I've just not done this myself. If I'm not mistaken, there is some image you can use for this, so that's something I want to try out. Something else which I also noticed during my day job, where we also use storage queues, is storage queues. You can't create those resources via ARM templates. So what I'm doing now is in the pipeline creating them with some PowerShell scripts, which is okay. It's just not something I fancy doing if there's an alternative, and now there is. Now they have deployment scripts in Azure, so you can upload some PowerShell to it via ARM and invoke those scripts via ARM, which might be a good idea to use to create storage queues for. I'm not sure, so that's something I want to try out. And I've heard great stuff about Azure AD policies and blueprints and stuff like this to manage your Azure subscription. So also something I want to try out. I just don't know what exactly yet. So that's some stuff I want to do, and also still need to clean up the solution I have over here, making the stuff proper, fixing the pipelines, stuff like this. But that's well mostly it. Yes, that's the list. So if you have any ideas what I should be doing or what you want to see me doing, let me know. I'll turn on the music. If it's too loud for your liking, let me know so I can turn it down. Or if my voice is too low or too loud, also let me know. A coworker told me if all volume was way low on my stream, so I've turned it up a bit. So let me know if it's good now or not, so I can tune it. So this app is stopped. Good stuff. This is the worker controller. So what I'll be doing is I'm sending a post to this endpoint. Set to start a project. It's quite warm over here. It's like, what temperature is it? Weather Lemma. Oh, it's only 19 degrees Celsius, which is 66 Fahrenheit. But still moist Oh, the humidity is quite high, so it feels warm and sticky. It was quite warm today, and I'm sitting here in the attic. It's like 24 or 25 degrees over here. Can I zoom in Nightingale also? I don't think so. New changes? Theme? No. No, there's no zoom function. Well, you'll just have to believe me. So something got created, B58. If I'm lucky, there will be a message here now. Yes, B58. So that's looks a bit the same, but this is my message. So nothing will pick it up until I start my function, or at least that's what I expect. Set the startup. Something's wrong. The setting exists. Okay, there's something wrong. The topic endpoint. Yeah. Topic endpoint, it doesn't exist. So that's... Wow. Topic endpoint. I thought I copy pasted this from the portal somewhere. Let me... Apparently not. Okay, so I need this one. And this one. And those can be found in the portal. I know for a fact I've copy pasted them last time. Oh well, I can do this again. And let's see, these are, well, kind of secrets. So the endpoint isn't, obviously, but the key kind of is. Save. So there's that. I've added them to my local settings. Stop and play again. Looks good, looks good. So the command, deserialize command is exactly what I expected it to be. So this works, level moderate, okay, if you say so. Emit event, so now I want to emit the event. Specify some data, so this is the event type. You can name this whatever you want. It has to be, well, it's useful if it's unique in your solution, in your overall solution, because this is one way to identify event types. The subject is useful. What I'm using it mostly for is the event type is well, the type of the event, and the subject something more specific, like if you have speaker updated, you could say first name over here, or name, or basic information, or address, or whatever, if it's the same, well, event type. So you can specify some nuances over here. I don't know if this is the best practice. It's just something I saw at 2 projects and well, we liked it, so I've adopted it. So the data, yeah, so who has been added, Jan de Vries, and data version 0.1. I could make this 1.0, but I'm still busy with it, so maybe I'll make this 1.0 afterwards when I'm done. So because I have a subscription, I'm expecting a message over here, and it's here. So this is an event grid event. So there's a data object over here, which doesn't hold a lot of information. So I am okay, so that's interesting. So the data block doesn't contain this type. Maybe because this is an anonymous type and this extension can't handle anonymous types. Probably. It's my guess. But as you could see, the whole loop works. So that's good. Last time I really had to go to the toilet and it was getting late, so I stopped. But if I had just put the endpoint and the well topic key in the configuration, I would have had a closed loop. So let's just make an event type speaker edit. Speaker edit. And apparently I've got an ID, which is an GUID. Something like this. And it's probably a good idea to put this in the contract. Commands, model. Where is this being used? So where am I using this? Speakers controller. Okay, to get. So this is the model I'd store in a repository, or at least this is the model I'm receiving from my API. Okay, so that's good. I can live with this. And inputs. So I'm not saying put all of your solution data contract DTO thingies in one project. I'm just being pragmatic over here. In a real life scenario, you would probably have this speaker. Let's make it close down. So you'd probably have the conferences domain, the speaker domain, and a backend or front-end domain, and all of them have their own little, well, contracts assembly and stuff like this. I'm just being a bit more pragmatic over here in order to, well, get stuff done. Might clean it up later on. If I feel like it, if you feel like it. 1.0. Yeah, I've changed my mind and make it 1.0. 1.0. Only publishing it to myself, so this is good. Subject view. I'm hearing something. One moment. I think it's my wife. I think it's my wife because my dog is being playful. So he's only playful whenever someone familiar like me or my wife or our kids are in the house. So it's no stranger. Subject is new speaker. Start. And this one. Oh, next time you might see me using JetBrains Rider. So I've been using Rider for the past couple of days at my customer site just to try this out and see if I like it. So far, I kind of like it. It has a bit of a learning curve if you have been using Visual Studio for the past 15, 16 years. So it works a bit differently. It doesn't have all of the features like Visual Studio does, but it's much faster, much more responsive, which is, well, at least on my development laptop from work. So this machine I have over here is a beast. It's like an i9 9900K, if I'm not mistaken. So system, yeah, no, so this is quite a good machine. 16 gigs of, well, memory, which is, well, default for every developer in my opinion. On my laptop though, where I'm also using Docker and uh, it's not enough. I don't know why, but Docker eats up all of the, I think it's Docker, eats up all my memory, so Visual Studio can't use it anymore, and it causes all kinds of slowness. But not on this machine. This machine is awesome. It's super fast. It has coarse virtualization. It has, well, pretty decent graphics card. It's a 1060. I'm not gaming. I just want lots of screens, and with the 1060 is, well, the most basic model. You can plug in 3 or more monitors on. Also with the decent resolution. So I've got one Cinema 4K screen and two 180p. I want to upgrade this to, well, maybe a 49-inch 4K screen, or having those two monitors also, well, a bit bigger and 4K. So probably also 30-inch-ish, which would be awesome. Having three 30-inch 30-ish inch screens. Also great for photography. So this works. Where's Nightingale? Over here. So picked up. I'm expecting a second message over here. Which one is the newest? Is there an expiration time? So this, okay. And now the data is filled. So good to know, you can't put anonymous types on event grid. Okay, I'm fine with that. Yeah, so one of the attendees last week at the SDN event told me, hey Jan, there's a, well, checkbox by default on, says it's encoded in base 64. If you read these screens, it's obvious. Most of the time I'm not reading information on screens because, well, on the internet there's lots and lots of ads and annoying stuff which trigger you watching, so I'm kind of focused in what I think is intuitive. So when I'm opening a screen like this ad message, I only see this big rectangular block and nothing else. Maybe after an hour of debugging I will see this expires option and this checkbox. But most of the time not. I'm kind of blind for this stuff. It's gone. And now this one is over here. New speaker. Cool. So that's kind of what I want to accomplish today. There's probably more I can do. So sending a command, picking it up, and sending it to event grid. Let me just commit this stuff first. This way too much. Oh, well, apparently I only moved some stuff around. Okay, so this is done. Let me just close it down. Closing it down, so this is done. Oh, quite a short show then. That means I will be able to do some picking up. Oh, the project file is still... No, this is good. So where's code? Why is this one stating I changed something? What did I change? Apparently nothing. So where's the pipeline? Where's the pipeline? Here it is. So if I remember correctly, I haven't built the function projects yet, so they aren't deployed. Conferences project, speaker project, API project, okay. So this is the boring stuff. Oh, I'm still in debugging mode. Already wondered why F2 didn't work. Oh, break. Uh-oh. 4. That's what I meant. So it's this path for the speaker worker. Bit redundant information. What? Yes. Okay. Those are those two. I can probably build them. Using the same. Uh-oh, white space. Package. So this was the worker. What's this called? Package single file web publish method. Those aren't web applications. So does this work? .NET build. Do I need to do something else? .NET build package. Project package, no. .NET build. really need to zip it. So these are the official docs. Okay. So apparently, I'll just see what this will do. The web publish method. Now, what did I have over here? Um, I thought I read something. Oh, the deploy or create package on publish. So apparently, this is the stuff necessary. I'll just push this. And see what, well, I'm pushing it also. So I wonder what will be the artifacts of this package. So it's running. Or at least it's scheduled. Yeah, it's running now. It takes about 3 minutes. That's long-ish. The nougat is taking quite long. 2 minutes. Building takes a bit of time, but that's, well, understandable. So nougat is the culprit, which will probably be faster if it doesn't have to get all of these packages. And I thought it's possible to to cache this stuff. Or at least I've read something about this. MFA. NuGet settings. Advanced. So disable local cache. I don't want this. Disable parallel. So okay, this is good. I can't really improve this. I think it already uses caches where possible. And now that I have this open, can I change something over here? No. So there's the pack, which is creating a NuGet package, if I'm not mistaken. Publish might be able to use publish. Well, I wonder what this will be. So, if you can't get enough of me, I will be in Latvia later this week, or at least virtually in Latvia, at Dev Club Latvia. It's a great meetup, a great organization. I was there last year for their DevOps Unicorns event, which was great. A lot of nice people over there, a lot of knowledge. So that was a great couple of days. And now they also host meetups a couple of times per month, if I'm not mistaken. So I will be there, Jan, and also my coworker Erwin will be there, telling lots of stuff about networking and PaaS services. I'll be doing Mercedes, so cool stuff. And if you don't like watching me, be sure to catch Erwin because his talk is also amazing. Yeah, so that's next Thursday, the 11th of June. No, that's when it got posted. It's June 18 at 1800 Latvia time, which is 1700 CEST, which is 1500 UTC, if you still follow me. So be sure to check it out. It will be a Teams live event, so that's the first time I'll be doing a talk at a Teams live event. I think it can host about 10,000 people per session, so that's a lot. Let's see, the artifacts. Well, let's see what's in the drop folder. Well, I've got oh, I probably didn't have the names correctly. Haha. Okay, so both of them are in the the speaker folder, which is okay. I wonder. Okay, so save file. See what's inside. Let's see what's inside. The content. Yeah, this is. So this is what we need. I wonder what happens if we deploy this. Because this is the stuff which is necessary, but it's there way, way deep. So in essence, we got what we need. I just think the folder structure isn't what the pipeline or the function runtime likes. Let's let it fall. Pushing it again. It's running almost. Have I already created a function app for both of them? No, I only got one. I need two now. Worker speakers, so this one is okay. Well, API worker. Apparently that's all. I need another one. Resource group. Server farm the same. Storage. Yeah, I think I want a new storage account. Just to isolate all of the stuff. API worker. How many characters is this? 17. Okay. API worker, speaker worker. So this is the API worker. So I need to remember to create this one. Lots of stuff. Glad I'm using nice blocks of variables, which makes life a lot easier. Okay. I don't need these, but I do need the secrets I've just added. Where are they? And they're gone. Sorry. I'm messing around a bit. I'll turn the blur off in a minute. So this is the worker speaker. Worker speaker. Speaker storage account. Speaker commands, yes. Speaker command, queue name. Okay, so that's good. And for the process, I need a connection. One moment. I think you can watch again. So this is the backend for front end. Let me see. So I've added these event grid settings over here, which are necessary for the subscription. And for this one, I only need this one and okay. Yeah, sure. Speaker API events. Okay, already got it. Internal storage. Yeah, I'm using the internal storage for the queues. It already exists because I created them, so that's good. This is the API. API worker, instance name. Okay, and also over here. And I probably messed up something over here. Yeah, this is the speaker worker. Okay, internal storage, queue name. It looks about right. This looks about right. So now I'll be deploying this new function app with stuff, or without stuff. It's also a new storage account for the API worker. The dependencies are correct. This probably works. I'll just commit it. I don't see any red lines, so it's probably valid. And when this gets deployed, I will have a new function app. But we don't have to wait for this, because this one is done. We got the drop folder again with the worker. So this is what I can use. Yeah, I can use these zip files to test out my pipeline. I don't expect it to work. And app service deploy, or is there a function app? Update a function app with .NET. I've never used this one, so that's a new one for me. Where am I deploying the stuff to? FP2. App type. It's a function app. On Windows. Okay, Linux or Windows. App name. Security API speakers worker. Cool, cool. So this is pretty much the same as an app service, just different. I see I'll still have this swap slot over here. How about the health endpoint? I thought I had disabled this swap. Apparently not. Oh well. Package or folder. Yeah. I want to point it to the correct one. So I have this speaker worker over here. Auto detect, configuration. Okay, so this is just a dedicated app service deploy, because you have to do the same thing. Service type, app service name. Don't have slots, which isn't a good idea anyway. Oh, you do have slots. Nice. Safe, I guess. Isn't there a safe anymore? I changed something. Did I press save already? I don't think so. Anyway. So how is my release doing? So this one finished 55 works. Let's see. There are unsafe changes. Stay. Am I deploying the stuff? Where am I deploying? Staging. Okay. Wow. So that's some strange stuff for the release 56. Maybe just cancel it. Yes. Don't want to spend my precious minutes for this. 57. Come on. Cute for an agent. How many parallel jobs can I have? Fritter, 1. Free parallel. Okay, so Microsoft host, yeah. Okay. Oh, I have to make it public. Shouldn't I make this public? Well, no one will be using it. How can I make the stuff public? So this project, private, shared with members. Add to favorites. This is my favorite project. Are these the project settings? Project details. I don't want test plans. Oh. No, let's just keep it. Teams. Permissions. I would expect something over here. Pipelines. So maybe I can only make projects public on creation. Could be. Anyway. So this one is done. And this one will be deploying a zip file to my function app. And I wonder what will happen. I really do. So add speaker. Rename. Now I can make a folder. Add collection. Localhost. No need to prefix this stuff. Azure. Duplicate. Rename. So I probably only need a different endpoint. And of course, oh, I totally forgot. I need the, well, it will probably crash. I need these settings, otherwise I can't publish events. So the topic endpoint is That's probably the instance name, and it's a convention, or at least that's what it is in the Visual Studio. But there's probably also a way to get the topic endpoint via some function, or at least. No, it's also not really convention. I've got .westeurope-1.eventgrid.azure.net/API/events, which is the endpoint. Anyway, so MS Build. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Also, I can use the Azure App Service deploy task. Let's see what happens if I use that one. Not that I want to keep such a task, because I think I like this one. Let's just see what happens. Clone. No. Function app on Windows. So it does something else under the covers. Just want to see if this works. Create. Okay, so we got this. Arm template. Template. Topic endpoint. Flow. So storage account name. So this is Azure function. Okay, so this isn't the question I was looking for. Scanning. So apparently it has an endpoint. And I can probably use this for the key. Let's see if this one works. Where's the VS Code? Over here. List keys. Whoa, topic instance name. That's quite good autocomplete. Rivals API version. I don't know this. API version. Okay. And how did Winterdom, Thomas REST repo, reference parameters endpoint. So what's the difference with a reference and a resource ID? I think with a reference you get the object, and with the resource ID, the resource ID. Makes sense. So I've got a reference to this stuff, so I can get the instrumentation key. Yeah, that makes sense. So if you want to use a property of a resource, you can use a reference, and otherwise use resource ID and a function along. This looks good. Yep, this looks good. Okay. It's almost 10 o'clock my time, so I will be closing down in a minute. I wonder if this one worked. 59 failed also with the ARM template. The name of the entity. Okay, I want to probably some typo again or something I didn't pause. Save. So I messed up something. Dot writer. Speakers. Worker speakers. Okay. Worker. Yep. API. Okay. And that's why most of the time I'm testing this stuff locally, so I won't hog up the resources. Just cancel this one. Yes. So the next one will start running. And I want to know, that's what I'm testing. So if the ARM template succeeds, I want to see if this MS-build generated zip package is deploying or will deploy my function app properly. According to the error message we saw earlier, it will. If so, well, it works. Still, it's probably a good idea to archive it in a proper zip package and not an MS-build package. Sure takes its time. So isn't there archive file task? Deploying the function app. The zip. So this is the deployment. Into a slot. Build apps. Is there something I can copy paste? Oh, this is an interesting discovery by Techie Rick. And release by Azure App Service deploy. Oh. Okay, so I don't have to pack it. The App Service deploy will do this for you. Yes. Oh. Interesting. Still. So here's someone doing this all manually. Creating the CI. Visual Designer. I'll just create it myself then. If the ARM template got deployed. So this one is finished. This one is busy. So this it's deployed. Let me check. Where are those secrets? Where would I put them? Over here in the worker. So this configuration. I expect there to be some values in the event grid. Yes, that's a secret, and that's an endpoint. So those got filled. That's good. So first time right ARM deployment, kind of. That's fun. Let's see. Deploying the apps. Fine. So next time. Build the function archive and manually deploy. What? So I'm doing some writing on stuff I have to do next time, so I won't forget. Sending commands to queue with managed identity is also to do. Aren't I doing this already? Kind of. Or am I using a connection string for this? Oh, that could be it. Add connection string. Wow. Yeah. It's probably a better idea to use the managed identity for this. I need to add some roles. Okay, so that rename the projects. That's some cleaning up stuff. So, oh, I've also got a nice source. Okay, so it's on this screen. You don't need to see my scribbles at the moment. It's not very interesting for you. At least I don't think it's interesting for you. So functions. Maybe I need to start it. And I really would like to see if something gets detected. Like it's time. Well, it's starting up. The function app just got deployed, so it's starting up. Can take some time. Also, how's my other function app doing? Yeah, it's also here. I renamed some storage accounts. API worker, speaker worker, and worker storage isn't used anymore, I think. I'll probably need to recreate the queues over here. Well, something for another day. This works. That's kind of cool. So when you do a, what was it called? What was it called? When you do a web publish method and say package your stuff and package it as a single file, a zip file, you can use the app service deployment in order to deploy a function app, and it will just work. It will pick up the function, and apparently it can work. So what's on the file system? App files. I think it should be a zip file. Read only mode. Do I need to log into Kudu? Console. Maybe I can see it over here in the console. Kudu is still booting up. It's also not very interesting, or maybe it's just something I want to know. Just while we're at it, something I want to know. So debug console, site, root. Whoa! Hey Case, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. So, well, it's I don't see the. What it does is, if I remember correctly, it extracts the zip and puts it in the root. So apparently the zip deployment works. That's it for today. So next time I will be doing a proper archive of the Azure function and deploying it um, to this site, so it will still work. It's just cleaner compared to what I'm doing now. I'm misusing an app service deployment step in order to deploy my function app. And I don't want to do this because it should be a clean-ish project. So that's it for today. So next week I will be there also again one day. Let's see if I already know which day. Probably not. Probably not. So it's the 22nd and the 23rd. No, I'm not sure which day it will be. It also depends on the recording I still have to finish and edit, and I have some stuff I want to write about. So you'll see. I'll announce it on Twitter when I will be coding, when I will be streaming. So follow me on Twitter or here on Twitch, so you will get notified also when I'm going live. And thanks for this evening. I've enjoyed myself, and I hope you did also. Thank you.